I couldn't. We're going to start with you, Nick. Who are you short on this season? Which team? Broussard.
No problem.
You're just getting to know me. I've always wanted to get into the market. I know nothing about it.
Yeah,
do you see failing to meet expectations this season? Buy low, fair high, sell high. You do
sell high. Yeah, okay. We'll have a little instructional after the show, Jenna. But right now, you said in stock market terms, I prefer it in gambling terms. Listen, who am I shorting this year? Oh, I'm shorting those Indianapolis Colts. Already season from hell potential, and that's before Carson Wentz suffers his inevitable injury. I challenge, I lay down the gauntlet to Chris Broussard when he responds to this to respond in full without saying the following words. If Carson Wentz stays healthy, or if I hop on a unicorn and fly to the moon, because they're about as likely. But also, can we show you the Colts opening, I don't know, half of their season? They could legitimately start 1-7. That's on the board. 2-6 is likely. Seahawks lost, Rams lost, Titans maybe, Dolphins lost, Ravens lost, Texans, congrats, you get a win. Niners lost, Titans again. 3-5 at best, 2-6 likely, 1-7 on the board. So yeah, I am shorting the Colts, already dealing with offensive line injuries, third string left tackle, but Fisher maybe is ready by Sunday. Wide receiver room's a mess. Short the Colts, Chris Broussard.
Nick, you're just so wrong. I mean, look, and I'm not going to get into your Carson Wentz slander, all right? We all know what the deal is, but he's back with Frank Reich, all right? The quarterback whisperer. He's the guy that helped Carson become an MVP candidate back in 2017, and it's all good now, okay? You already got a great offensive line. You're right, they're dealing with a few injuries, but that offensive line is very good when it's going to be healthy. The defense is tough. You know that the run game is legitimate. Carson will be back with Frank Reich, so stop it. The Colts will be fine, and as I told you yesterday, they'll be in the second season. Now, who am I short on?
Yeah, who are you short on?
I am short, Nick, on the Arizona Cardinals, all right? And some of this, look, there are different reasons. Some of it's their schedule. I mean, they just happen to play in the best division in football. And last year they went 2-4. It's hard to see them doing much better than that this year. The Rams got better at quarterback with Matt Stafford. The 49ers are healthy again. And Seattle is Seattle with Russell Wilson. So they're going to have some tough sledding in their division. And then they got Green Bay and Cleveland, and they have some tough teams. Tennessee, I believe, tough teams outside of the division that they have to play. But beyond that, tell me why I should believe in Cliff Kingsbury. Because I can't point back. I don't know, maybe he had some success in high school coaching at one point. But in college, he has a losing record, and it's about a 7-year stint. So it's not a small sample size. He has yet to lead the Cardinals to a winning record. Yeah, right. He had Mahomes that couldn't win. So I'm sorry, I don't believe in the coach. He got a nice house. I'll give him that. But outside of that,
very nice house.
I'm down on the Cardinals. They're not going to be what everybody thinks they are, Nick.
When you're right, Broussard. Wilds, remember that plant the flower I planted about 11 months ago, and I said, wait, America. It's going to take a while for it to bloom, but it will bloom. And this was when everyone was like, oh, my God, Kyler and the Hail Marys and Cliff Kingsbury. I said, here's the problem with the Cardinals. Coach stinks. Just wait for it. The Cliff Kingsbury hot seat was coming. And now that we have multimedia mogul Chris Broussard adding the pressure to it, Wilds, that seat's just going to get hotter. And here's the other problem.
That's what it took.
Not only are they in the toughest division in football, but what were their two big offseason additions? JJ and AJ. JJ Watt and AJ Green, two excellent players in their prime, but two older, injury-prone guys. So your two big offseason guys are guys clearly past their prime, guys who, for both of them, the last few years have been marred terribly by injury. Plus, you got Kingsbury, who just keeps the team as a whole, I should say, keeps neglecting to address the offensive line, and they're in that tough division. Wilds, I feel like you're shorting the Cardinals with us. Like, I don't know how you can believe in this team other than you love Kyler and Nuke.
Well, that's the thing. Well, they've got a great wide receivers and a great quarterback, and go Badgers, J.J. Watt. So, I don't know. I still believe in Kyler. I feel like Kyler is the forgotten quarterback. At this point, he's probably underrated, so I think he could have a big breakout. Remember, a lot of those stats for Kyler, he got hurt and played through it for a while, so his stats went in the gutter. I think he's going to get better and better and better this year, so I hope he does well. I'm rooting for him.
All right, so Nick's shorting the Colts. You got Broussard shorting the Cardinals. Wilds, who you shorting?
Oh, this one hurts me because, as I said about Danny Amendola, once a Patriot, always a Patriot, and Brian Flores will always be a Patriot. However, Jenna, I am shorting the Dolphins in a major way for two simple reasons: the offense and the defense. So first of all, let's talk about that defense. Oh, the defense. The defense is so good. Were they, though? Were they that good? In total points, they were 1 point better than the Patriots. And did they get better? I don't think so. In fact, one of your defensive captains for the Dolphins, you let him go, and guess where he's back? The Patriots now. So once a Patriot, always a Patriot. I think the defense actually gets worse, and the Patriots got a lot better. And the second of all, Broussard, I think there is total mismanagement of Tua's potential. They put Tua's development on the credit card, and now it's due.
Been on this for a while.
So Tua, that was 6-3 in games that he started. Yeah, but he didn't finish those games. And now, just in case we thought, like, all right, you know what? We got Ryan. Let's put Ryan Fitzpatrick to win in those games. We lost. We sort of stunted your development. So he's going into the season, you think, with a clean slate. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, here come the Deshaun Watson rumors that get in the guy's head. He's going to New England, first game of the season. I think they're going to get rolled, and I think Tua's confidence takes a major hit, and those rumors of, like, hey, maybe this isn't the guy, start to creep up a little bit more. So I think the offense is not that good. I think the defense is not that good, and I'm shorting the Dolphins.
Well, I hate to say this, but Wilds, I'm with you. And look, a lot of people thought the Dolphins, this would be the year they make the playoffs. I'm shorting them as well, and I'm torn because I want my pick to be right? I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but I want Tua to show that he can play because everybody is down on Tua. And if I want him to have a big year and show that he can be a franchise quarterback, if he does that, you'd think they'd make the playoffs, but they're not. They are not going to make the playoffs. So I'm with you, Wilds. I am short on the Dolphins, Nick.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, just so the audience knows, because Wilds when it comes to everyone loving Mac Jones, and Broussard when it comes to everyone being down on Tua, I just want to remind the audience, I am a human being that exists. I am not in the everyone Wilds or Broussard is talking about. No, I did not. I did not say he stinks. I said the NFL world seems to think he stinks. I do not. I thought Tua was going to redshirt last year. I thought Tua was going to redshirt last year. Instead, he played mediocre, and everyone's like, oh, now he's awful. But Wilds, what you said is really interesting, and I just want to dive into it quickly. The defense was barely better than New England, so it was a mediocre defense, what you're saying. And the offense, they're going from Tua to Fitzpatrick, Tua to Fitzpatrick. So that team must have been awful last year. Let me check real quick. Oh, they won 10 games. 10 games. So even if your beloved Patriots had won those 2 games that you keep pretending they did, Seattle and Buffalo, 7 + 2 carry is 9. So even if you give the Patriots their fake wins, they still finished with less than the Dolphins. The Dolphins will be the final playoff team in the AFC. Tua will be fine. Defense will be great. I love Waddle. You guys are missing the boat on those beautiful, best uniforms in sports, by the way, Jenna. Best uniforms in sports, Dolphins uniforms. Bonus take.
I know, but it stresses me out that it's so hot down there, and he always wears his hood up to it. Well, I know we've been re-rolling that video, but hey, I got something we can all agree on. Football tomorrow night, baby. It is here. The season opener. Do Dak and the Cowboys have what it takes to shock the world, beat the Bucs? Woo! We're setting the table for that. That's next. First things first. Do not go anywhere.